Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, good morning, Utah. Happy Friday. Let's take a look at the temperatures. 40s and 50s across the north. We've got 60s and 70s across the southern half of the state, so it's a mild start. It's going to be another mild day. Now, it will be a few degrees cooler than yesterday, only because we had this weak front move through. I really call it a wind shift line. That's basically what's happening. The winds are shifting a little bit, so we'll be in the upper 70s to low 80s across the north as opposed to the low to mid 80s yesterday. Across the south, it's still going to be hot. 92 degrees in Moab, 96 in St. George, 88 degrees in Lake Powell, and low to mid 80s sprinkled in across Castle Country and the West Desert as well. Here's the front that's moving through, and you can see we have some cloud cover with it ahead of that front, but for the most part, we're clearing out behind the front, and now we're going to be seeing improving conditions, at least for the near term. Now, the one thing we're watching for today, there's an elevated fire threat across the eastern half of the state. This stretches from Vernal down towards Green River, over towards Moab, and the Blanding area. And again, this just basically means we've got some gusty winds coming in. We've got that potential of some very low humidity levels, which means some dry fuels in place. Any fires that start, they could spread quickly and get out of hand. So just be aware of that. That's just basically what the red flag warning means. And we'll see these same conditions likely returning as we go into your Saturday across the south and eastern half of the state. So if you've got any camping plans, keep that in mind. So we talked about this cold front. Now we've got to talk about this upper low off the west coast. That's going to move in for the weekend and try to bring us some moisture. So you'll be able to see nothing expected for us as we go throughout today. But as we go into your Saturday, we'll see this upper low pressure rolling in. And as it does so, it could spark off a couple of isolated showers. Now, the latest data this morning is slowing this thing down a little bit. So that means that not only could we see an isolated shower or two on your Saturday, but even heading into your Sunday, this low pressure will still be moving through the state. So we've introduced, again, a chance of an isolated shower for your Sunday. But it should clear out of here just in time for Memorial Day. St. George, mid-90s for us today. How about low 90s for your Saturday and Sunday with lots of sunshine? Again, as we go into Memorial Day and beyond, we've got that sunshine. We start to warm it back up into the mid-90s across the area. The Wasatch Front, highs near 80 today. We'll cool it down a little bit into the upper 70s for Saturday with that chance of a few isolated showers. But notice for Memorial Day and beyond, we're back up into the low to mid 80s with lots of sunshine expected across the area.